I just enter conference room.
Hello. Check it. Hello. We cannot talk in the noise. Are we ready? Morning. Oh, my man. I want to take this time to welcome members of the press. The Council of Patriarchs will make a statement and we'll take 2 questions. Will be done. So, Costa. Thank you very much to members of the 4th Estate here present, local and international, and to all of our people listening and watching via social media land and radio land. We're glad to be here. They had said today would be war. Clearly, there is no war today, and there will be no more war in this country. Peace will reign. The Council of the United States Ambassador, Madam Christine Elder, the European Union Ambassador, the UN Resident Coordinator, all 4 of them had decided to get involved with the planned peaceful assembly of December 30th, which is today. They said they went to the government and made the case to the government that it was not acceptable that the government had decided to defer or postpone the holding or the exercise of a constitutional right. Let me repeat. These 4 senior foreign diplomats said to us they made the case to the government that the government could not arbitrarily decide to postpone the rights of citizens to assemble and petition the government. Therefore, they said the government made the case to them that they did not have the logistics or the manpower to provide protection for us for our peaceful assembly today. Let me repeat. These 4 senior diplomats said, the government said, they do not have the resources, the manpower and logistics to provide security protection for peaceful Liberian citizens bent on assembling to express their grievances today. Therefore, the UN, ECOWAS, the EU, and the American Embassy informed the government that but the 30th of January is much too far. So you must make adjustment to the date, back to the COP and tell them that this is what you're saying. But we cannot go back to the COP and tell them that they must wait until the 30th. So upon that, they call us to say, initially the government had proposed January the 12th. The government, the Americans called us, the diplomats called us, we consulted among ourselves, and we said to them, we are not canceling the protest. Let me repeat. The COP wants to state categorically, clearly, that it has not made any decision to call off the protest of today. It is the intrusion of our foreign friends, which they say they for our safety because of the threat level in the country. All the attacks that you see have been happening against members of the COP and ordinary Liberian citizens. They fear that without government security protection for thousands of people, that when we do assemble, the government will provide security so that if anything were to happen, we, the COP, would not be blamed. Now, we have disagreements with the date. If we are to assemble, again, the date that has been proposed, we reject the date. They have proposed January the 5th. January the 5th will be the first Sunday in the new year 2020. It is a very important date for many of our brothers and sisters who happen to be of the Christian faith. Out of respect for them, we have decided that January the 5th is not tenable, it is not acceptable, it is not agreeable to the COP. Therefore, we are proposing that we want, as the people of this country, January the 6th, Monday 2020. That is the day that the Council of Patriots wishes to assemble its people. We also want to state very clearly that we refuse the government's proposal or suggestion that we assemble in a stadium for a protest. Never before, perhaps you have read it somewhere, but we haven't. Has there been any protest anywhere in the world where they gathered in and be prepared logistically and manpower-wise to provide security protection? So I want the media kindly report this for us. The COP did not call off the protest. The COP is not calling off the protest. For our international friends who claim they are in our interest to ensure that lives and properties are protected, that people are not harmed, and to ensure that government provides us security, they are the ones who have proposed it, and we have obliged. We want to make this clear. We do not reject their intervention or their intrusion, as much as we feel they are getting too much involved in our domestic affairs, which is not a bad thing. We also hope that same level of intrusion will be made when it comes to the $25 million. That same level of intrusion will be made when it comes to other bread and butter issues, the $16 billion. That same level of intrusion will be made when it comes to the threats that the president makes against peaceful citizens of this country. The same intrusion will be made when it comes to the attacks on Honorable Yeke Koluba, on Senator Delon, on Henry Costa, on Mo Ali, and all of us. We welcome their intrusion, but we want it to go further than that. We believe we have captured the attention of the international community, that 4 senior diplomats will be up late at night, gathered in a room, going back and forth over our assembly. We think that in itself is a singular accomplishment. That today, Monrovia is peaceful, is quiet, and businesses are closed. That nobody has been hurt, and God willing, nobody will be hurt, is a celebration for our democracy. That the people of this country, the Council of Patriots, the men and women in this organization, refuse to be compromised, refuse to be bored, insisted that our demands be met, and continue to insist that those demands be met. That the protest will be held and has not been cancelled is a victory for us, the Liberian people. Whether you are a media person or an ordinary Liberian citizen, it is a victory for all of us, because as the Americans said, peaceful protest is healthy in building a democratic culture. John F. Kennedy, one of my favorite American presidents, also said, those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. So we must have the right to exercise ourselves in a peaceful fashion. At this point, we'd like to close here, and Senator Dillon will make a brief statement, and then we'll take 2 questions, because this place is like an oven.
Well, thank you. The Chairman Costa has said it all. Chairman Costa has said it all. I just want to repeat quote Martin Luther King. The right to protest is a right that is fundamental. We welcome the intervention of our international partners. We take it back to them, however, that the hardship, the economic hardship, the bad governance, all of the issues surrounding the reason we decided to come to protest in a peaceful and orderly manner. The suffering of the Liberian people will place a bear squarely on the feet of our international partners, whose intrusion, in a positive way though, we are yielding today. Our Liberian people are looking to us. Our Liberian people will call on them to remain calm, peaceful, and orderly. Do not take the risk of your lives. Look up to us, trust us, will lead you and guide you constructively in a positive way. Today, I believe, is the intervention of God. Too many evil things were being planned. Some of you in the media know most of us here know a lot of things were being planned. We see this as a divine intervention that some people may not appreciate today, but probably later, the truth and the reality will be revealed. In closing, without being repetitive, but it must be hammered, we will not in a stadium should we hold a protest. We will not gather in a stadium. 2, yes, our international partners should understand that Sunday, Liberia being founded on a Christian principle. Sunday is a religious day in our country, and to protest on Sunday is not feasible. When we should come out to express our grievances and demand response and answers from our government, it will not be on a Sunday. And we will even advise it will never be on a Friday again, since we're taking the religious aspect.
No Sunday, no Friday.
No Sunday, no Friday. The 5th is not feasible. We're demanding the 6th.
Monday the 6th.
This protest is not cancelled. It's only called off on the intervention of our. It's postponed on the intervention of our foreign partners because of the reasons as indicated by Chairman Costa. We want to thank you for coming, and please report as you heard.
So 2 questions.
My
Just
name is
2
My name is Evelyn Sikwi. I report for Deutsche Welle. I want to know from the COP, what is the guarantee? What the diplomats have said have been verbal. So what is the guarantee that the 6th may not be, compromised again?
Well, they are suggesting the 5th, as you saw in the publication, but the 5th is not tenable for us. We want the 6th.
What is the guarantee?
We're demanding that.
You was verbal. Did they write anything formal to you, the COP?
They wrote in their statement.
the release.
The release is out. I don't know whether you've seen the release.
Yes, I've seen it. The release is out, but you've said they called you and you are dealing with diplomats.
It's in the release.
We made it clear here that they called us last evening, and they informed us of the back and forth discussion with them and the government. And when they reached up to us, we insisted that they should put up a statement. They have put up a statement which you saw. If they wrote it.
Because the reason I asked
Next question, please.
My name is James Flomo.
Hold on. Let's take James.
Next question.
Yeah, my name is James Flomo. I report for Spoon FM and Spoon TV. Henry, you are the head of the COP, and this protest was talked about for months before today. And today we are now pushing, and you are demanding for the 6th. We want to know what is going to be the outcome if the government says no again. What are you going to do as an institution?
Well, the international community, the Americans, the UN, ECOWAS, and the European Union, they're the ones who did this. They got involved. So we are telling them the 5th that the government has proposed is not a day that is acceptable to us, because it's the first Sunday in the new year. And out of respect for our Christian brothers, we will not protest, our Christian brothers and sisters, we will not protest on Sunday, the first Sunday in the new year. And even on a Friday, we will not protest also out of respect for our Muslim brothers and sisters. The people that we want, instead of the 5th, we want the 6th. That's what we're saying. And to just come back to you briefly, it is on record. They wrote this statement, man. Maybe you haven't read it. I wouldn't blame you, because it was published late at night. Let's not do an Moses.
It is because they are calling on you now to cut off the protest. You're considering intruding in our political affair when June 7, when they pressurized the government to allow you to protest.
Are you asking me what?
I'm asking the COP authority to respond.
Let me say this.
The Americans, look, what are you like on now? Let's be fair. Let's be.
You said they're intruding.
I'm coming, sir.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You ask your question. Let's be realistic. Is there anybody in this room who does not know how much influence the international community has in this country? When you stump your toe right now, America. When you sneeze, America. These people brought men and women here in uniform during the war, and thousands of them died here. If they called you and they told you, we are not canceling your protest, we are only other security concerns. We have intelligence that if the state does not provide you security, there may be trouble. We're simply asking you to defer or to postpone the protest to a date when the security is provided. That is a sort of intrusion. It is intrusion. It is true. But we are not entirely a sovereign state.
Okay, Henry,
Let me say this
Henry,
quickly.
Henry.
Let me say this quickly, gentlemen.
We have to close up.
And my last question.
But just go with this.
Yeah.
You read the statement in the beginning, they say the international community has spent 6.1 or 7.1 billion on Liberia. Thank you for coming. And
Thank you very much.
KMTV. KMTV.
thank you for
So, Sarah, if you are there,
Baking you.